when things move. So when do we say something moves? You see something here and then you keep seeing it. After a while, it's not there. Then you have to turn your head to look somewhere else and there it is. And then you say, it has moved. Pretty much that's about it, right? Whenever you have to turn your head to see it, it moves. And now you can ask more questions about it. Once you know that it does move, you can ask some more questions, which is, how far did it go? And then you'll get an answer like it went 10 meters or something like that. Or long ago, they had various other methods to measure it. You can ask one more question as well. How long did this body take to start from here and go there? It's another question you can ask, and that you're asking for the time. So they'll tell you it took some, say, 1 hour. Once you know both of this, you can ask one more question. What is the speed of that body? Right? And then you'll get an answer, say some 10 kilometers per hour. And then you call that the speed, so you have displacement or distance, you have velocities, you have speeds, and you have one more quantity as well, right? A Byjus pulsar app starts from 0 and goes to 60 in just 6 seconds. What are they trying to tell you? The acceleration, right? It can go from 0 to 60. Its velocity can change from 0 to 60 in just 6 seconds. Great, so you know displacements, you know velocities, you know accelerations. All of this you learned in your previous module. But what haven't we spoken about? Because all these are questions about how motion. What aren't we speaking about? Why? Why motion? What causes motion? Because we haven't yet spoken about this, because we've always spoken only about the effect that motion creates and not about what the cause of motion is. And here we're going to try and focus on that and try and understand what really causes motion. So I want to get somebody to move. What must I do? In order to answer this, we'll have to go really, really far behind in time and try and talk to our man who's, kind of contributed to every other field, This guy called Aristotle. You cannot have not heard of him, right? He's kind of put his foot into every single field that there is. And he believed something. He looked out there in the real world. He saw if I roll something, it stops. If I push something, it stops after some time. So what's the natural consequence of such a thought? He said, the natural state of things is to be at rest. So no matter how hard I push something, after some time it'll come to rest. Seemed like a very, very fair inference to make, right? Yeah, seemed like a pretty fair thing to make. And for years and years, this is what we believed. We believed that if you push something, after some time it'll come to rest. Why? Because it is the natural state of things. The natural state is to be at rest. Now, is that true? We don't know. Before we jump into that and answer that question,